Last of the day, dogfish. Right, let's get him off. Oh yeah! Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Easter. It is bank holiday Monday, Easter Monday. Off fishing today. I didn't go fishing last week. I didn't get there last week. There was so much going on, blah, blah, blah. I think Gene, a few of the boys, where did they go? I'm pretty sure they'd done a fish somewhere. And G, Kyle, Lee, and Rick, they went Friday night, Saturday night. They went Saturday night. They went down by Lowestoft, just behind the bird's eye. They wanted to fish along the wall, but the wall was absolutely packed. There's been so much cod coming out, or cod coming out of there. It was absolutely packed. So they had to go a bit further down towards where the rocks are. G did do a video, G's fishing experience. He did do a video on Saturday night. There are quite a few dogfish out, some pretty big ones as well. Some nice pouting come out, whiting. I think Lee had a whiting out, it was just under 40 odd centimetres. So they done okay. Anyway, we are off fishing today, only me and G. We are going to Tramps Alley in Corton. I've just come off a night shift. I've literally just done nights while everyone's been enjoying a bank holiday weekend and out partying and discoing and celebrating. I've been on night shifts all weekend. I've literally finished at 6 o'clock this morning. It is now 7:15. I've come home from work. I've literally had a cup of tea, sorted my fishing gear out, literally leaving it in a minute. I'm going to meet G at 7 o'clock and we are going to head down there. So I'm looking absolutely done in. But again, I've got to make the most of it. If I don't get down there today, I've got things to do tomorrow. I'm back at work Wednesday night. So if I don't get down there today, I'm going to miss another week's fishing. So it's got to be done. Right, I'm going to finish that cup of tea. I'm going to go and meet G. We're going to get some breakfast and I will see you when we are Tramps Alley, Corton. Right, here we are, just arrived in the car park. We're at that Dip Farm, is it? Dip Farm Golf Course, I believe it's called. Literally just beyond the Pleasurable Hills. So we're in the car park, it's about 20 to 8. We stopped at McDonald's, grabbed a quick breakfast. We are literally going to go through that little gap there, and that pretty much takes us right opposite the alley that takes us down to the beach. Just fingers crossed when we get down there. We haven't got bad winds or anything down there today, which it has been the last couple of times we've been here. Right, let's get down there. Whew. Just arrived. We are here. Tide's quite a way out. I've just checked the tide times. It's currently 7:45 in the morning and low tide is 8:30. And then obviously the tide's going to be coming in. It's gone out a fair way. Normally when I fish here, it don't go too past where those groins are there. But it's quite a way down the beach. So if low tide is 8:30, that's going to be high tide, what, 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish, 3:30. But we'll probably be gone by about 1 o'clock anyway. So, right, come on, let's get some gear set up. Nice day as well. Look, hardly any wind down there. Nice surf. Quite warm. Oh, let's do it. Come on. I always waffle when I'm trying to get my breath back. Waffle, that's a Brett word. Sorry, Brett. I'm stealing your fish off your pier. Now I'm stealing your words. But yeah, when I'm trying to get my breath back, I tend to talk a little bit. Right, come on. Stop procrastinating. Let's do it. Right, it's 8:05. I'm about to do my first cast. I'm just watching G. G's literally cast out. It's been in the water a minute, if that. And he had a bite. Literally a minute that's been in the water. And he was like, I'm on. He is as well. We got whiting. Yeah. He's pulled out a little whiting. It's been in the water 1 minute. Right, let's get these out. We have got 2 hook flapper on the right hand side, salted mackerel and squid. 2 hook flapper on the left hand side, salted mackerel, squid. Right, let's get these out there. Right, that's it, we are out there. So, well, at least G hasn't blanked. He pulled in, this is whiting, literally, he was out there 2 minutes and he had a bite. So, yeah, I didn't go fishing last week. I had a few things to do and I needed to sort all my gear out. I don't know if you guys watched the video, me and G done a night fish. Although we didn't fish all night, we left about 3 in the morning and I lost 4 sets of gear. Oh, all snaps, lost everything, shock leader, traces. So I was driving mum and dad's yesterday, having us hunt through the garage, and luckily there was some shock leader in the garage, so I managed to do all the spools again with all new shock leader. Also a couple of old reels knocking around the garage, and I found the part that fits the top of one of these. When I was tightening the clutch, it just weren't tightening, it was just spinning round and round and round. So I ended up only fishing 1 rod when we done the night fish in the end. But luckily I found, yeah, a reel where a part matched up, and I managed to get it on there, get it tight. So that's it, we're all back in action. We've got 2 working reels, we've got all shock leaders. I made loads of new traces up yesterday, because obviously, like I say, lost 4 lots of gear. A couple of the traces I did have made up have been used a couple of times before, so the hooks were blunt. So yeah, I sorted it all out yesterday, so we're all fresh, ready to go. Let's hopefully get some nice fish out. Well, both rods seem to be having a little bit of a murmur. But G, when he pulled in that whiting, he said there was a little bit of weed on there. There weren't clumps and clumps of weed, but he said there was a little bit of weed. So I don't know if a bit of weed is getting caught on the line. It's not a definite bite. It's more sort of, I don't know, the right hand side. I don't know, I'm going to have a check. Let's check that right hand side, because if it ain't a fish, then there's going to be weed on it. And if there's weed on it, then you're not going to see the hook anyway, the bait. So let's have a little check. First cast of the day, dogfish. Right, let's get him off. Oh yeah! Hey, there we go. Look at that, first cast. We've got ourselves a little doggy out. Right, let's get him back in. Yay! And just to think, I was saying, it didn't even look like a bite. It didn't look like a bite. It literally looked like there was a load of weed on the line. It weren't like bang, bang, bang. It was more sort of, yeah. Little bit of weed, tiny little bit of weed, but not clumps and clumps, which is a good sign. I reeled the left one in as well, just checked the bait on that. Bait's absolutely fine on that. I put a fresh bait on the right, so I've just thrown them back out. And that dogfish, he took salted mackerel. He went for the salted mackerel. What's the time now? It's got to be nearly 8:30 now. It's got to be nearly low tide, isn't it? 8:26. So that is low water right now. Can't believe that first cast, I literally cast in. I went up there, spoke to G for about 5 minutes, walked back down, saw the rod doing that, thought there was a bit of weed on it, reeled it in, clutch was slipping a bit, so I tightened the clutch up, and yeah, that's it, pulled in a little doggy. First fish of the day, not bad, not bad. So we've gone from a not bad sized dogfish to maybe the world's smallest whiting. Absolutely tiny little thing. Right, we get him off. whiting. I'll tell you what, that's a little bit bigger than the last one, isn't it? Well, it's just gone 9 o'clock, so that tide, that sort of be on the turn, that start coming in. So we've been fishing an hour, so we ain't done bad in an hour, have we? What I had that decent sized dogfish right at the beginning, then I had a small whiting, then a decent sized whiting. G's had, I think he's had 2 or 3 whiting and a dogfish, so we're not doing bad. I wonder if we're going to get any boats out here today, because like I say, it has been a long sort of here, Corton, Lowestoft. It has been a lot of cod coming out the last few days, a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a few of the boats come along. But like I say, I'm only putting little baits on at the moment. I think really for like to get a decent sized cod, it will be a pulley pennel and a nice whole bait, chucking it out there, something to tempt a big cod. But then, do you know what, if a cod's swimming past, if he's swimming past and he sees a bit of squid or sees a bit of mackerel, he's going to eat it, innit? It's food at the end of the day. I've had bloody £10 plus smooth rounds on a bit of squid that big, do you know what I mean? And on 2 hook flapper rigs. The big fish do go for them. Like I say, it just depends what's out there and what's swimming past. Well, both rods are having a little murmur. Left one's definitely having a bit of a flick up and down. I was just thinking I might change one of these and put a pulley pennel on and put a whole squid on it. Winter cod do like a whole squid bait. And bass, if there's some big bass out there, they go for a whole squid as well. I just need to check in my box if I've got any of the lead lifters for the pulley pennel rigs. Like I say, last time I fished I got snagged and I lost 4 sets of gear. I think I did lose 2 of the lead lifter weights. I'm going to have a check. I'll check my box. If I've got a lead lifter, then we'll go for a pulley pennel on one of them. Well, I just pulled out another whiting, and again, not too bad a size. He's not too bad. He's got a bit of a body to him. Anyway, look, he's tangled all that line. It's all been tangled. He's pulled that all the way down, so I want to get this one off this side, and I'm going to get a pulley pennel on there. Right, it's now coming up to 9:30, so the tide is definitely on the turn. I'll be able to move back in a bit. Right, so I've moved these rods over. This side here, I've still got a 2 hook flapper. We've still got squid on the top and salted mackerel on the bottom. Right hand side, pulley pennel, we have got a whole squid bait on there. The only problem is I've only got 4 ounce weights with the lead lifters. I haven't got any 5 ounce weights. It's not too choppy out there, so hopefully it will hold bottom. We'll soon find out. Well, just when I thought it was going a little quiet, left hand side, 2 hook flapper, a little murmur, and we pulled another one of these whiting out. That ain't a bad size. And look, he's took that hook just in the top of his mouth, nice and easy to get out, so we can go back. Yeah, he's not a bad size. It's 10 o'clock, so we have been fishing for 2 hours, and I'll tell you what, it has absolutely flown by. Absolutely, it feels like I've been on this beach about half hour. It's absolutely flown by. Just moved my gear back a little bit. I'll say obviously 10 o'clock, so that tide, that's starting to come up a little bit now. So yeah, move the rods back a little bit. Like I say, those whiting we're getting out, not too bad. I don't mind them when they're like that. When they're those little skinny pin whiting and they take the hook right down inside, they just become a pain. But when they're a fair size, they're not too bad. You watch though, on that pulley pennel, I'll probably get the smallest whiting ever. I just had a little knock then, but saying that, the breeze just picked up then as well. So that could have been the breeze. Oh man, to get like something decent outside, to get a cod or a nice, I'll tell you what, there's been some big bass coming out of the beaches as well. Some big old bass. And like I say, a whole squid, the big fish love all that. They love it. Left hand side, 2 hook flapper. We have pulled out another dogfish. Look at him, and again he went for the salted mackerel. Salted mackerel we went for. He's not bad, look at him. Right, we're getting him unhooked and we're getting back in, otherwise he's going to get tangled up in all my line like he is doing. Well, both them dogfish I've caught on the salted mackerel, and my little tub of salted mackerel is empty. Joe, I've got a mackerel in the freezer, and I looked at it yesterday and I thought, oh, should I cut it up and put more mackerel in the tub? And I was thinking, nah, there's quite a bit of mackerel in there, I've definitely got enough for tomorrow. obviously not as much in there as I thought there was. So all I've got left now is the squid. But saying that, the dogfish that G pulled out, he pulled his out on squid. So they are taking the squids, just for whatever reason. The last two I've had have taken my salted mackerel. But there you go, if we've got no mackerel, we've got no mackerel. But I've redone the bait on the pulley pennel. We've got a whole squid on the right hand side, and then 2 little bits of squid on the flapper rig. So we'll see what we can do. We've got a boat heading down the beach now as well. Looks like a little fishing boat. And what they normally do along here is stop a few hundred yards off the beach. So we'll see where he stops. He's just, yeah, just coming down from Lowestoft. Can't believe that. I got a whole mackerel in the freezer, and I literally looked at it yesterday when I got my bait out to defrost my bait for this morning. I looked at the mackerel and I was like, oh, should I cut him up? Should I put him in the tub? And I was like, nah, there's quite a bit of mackerel in there. Oh, that'll teach me, won't it? That'll teach me to double check. Oh well, it is what it is. We're doing okay, aren't we? And when we're catching fish, they're coming out. It's not like we've been here for like 2.5 hours or whatever and blanked. We've had a few fish out. Just keep my eye on that boat, seeing where he's going. Like I say, they literally stopped just off the shoreline there. And the thing is, they got fish finders on them, so obviously when they're going along, they see if there's like shoals of fish and that about. So they know where they're going. Right, let's keep an eye on his rods. Hopefully get something decent. I say it every video. Do you know what? I reckon people watch my videos and think I say the same thing all the time. What else is there to say? Obviously I want to catch a decent fish, so I'm going to keep saying fingers crossed we get a decent fish out. What else is there to say? Oh, that right hand side just had a little clunk, and that's got a whole squid on that as well. But again, no, those whiting, do you know what I mean? They can open their mouths, them whiting. I've had them before, whole squid, 2 hook pennel, massive hooks, and the whiting open their mouths and the whiting to get on it, I'll tell you. Where's that boat going? Look, that boat is just out there. Like I say, all along here the last few days though, right the way from bottom of Links Road, up where the car park is, where the boulders are, all the way along this beach, all the way down, all be fishing well. Even obviously up past the Links Road, right up towards Lowestoft, Dirty Wall, Bird's Eye, Nest Point, all be fishing really well for cod. They're definitely about. I just want one to swim past my bit of bait, see it and go, oh look at that, nice bit of squid. I'll have that, oh a bit of peckish. Boom. Right, he's reeling in. He's reeling in like he's on the sand big. While I've got the camera on, we'll just keep it on him, see what he's putting out. Do you know what, one of the, was it a dog or a white? One of them I had out a while ago was really like weighty on the line. I thought I was bringing in a big clump of weed. It was so much weight, but it weren't knocking as I was reeling in. It was just like a dead weight on there. And I literally thought that was going to be a big clump of weed come out. And as he got closer, I think it was one of them dogfish. Oh, them clouds are looking a bit moody behind me. Hey, doggy. He's pulled a dogfish out. There you go, G. Yeah, look. Oh, I'll tell you what though, those dogfish. Yeah, exactly. G just goes, looks like it's going to rain. That's exactly what I just said. I should be a weatherman, not a fisherman. Stop being a fisherman, I should be a weatherman. I got my waterproof jacket and I had some waterproof trousers in the boot of the car. Only those lightweight ones, but I grabbed them out of the boot of the car and I bought them. So if we do get a bit of rain, we will stay dry. And that right hand side is still having a bit of a murmur. I reckon a little whiting or something jumps onto that. I'll leave it a second. If it keeps going, we'll have it in. Well, just put out a double whammy. We've got a whiting down the bottom and a little dogfish on the top. Look at him, look. What a perfect specimen he is, look. I'll tell you what, if I had a freshwater fish tank thing at home, I'd take him with me, I'd put him in it. Look at him, look, perfect. Right, let's get these off, we're getting back in. Told you he's white and a greedy, look. He's gone for a whole squid on a pulley pennel. Look at him though, he's a fair size. Definitely over 27, he's, I don't know, 34, 35, something like that. But look, he's gone for the whole squid. Right, we'll get him off. Well, it's 10:30 and that sun has come back out. And I kid you not, the heat coming off that sun. Literally, I could be standing there in a pair of shorts. There's some real warmth coming off that, I'll tell you. So what did I have just then? Yeah, so I had a whiting, little tiny dogfish, and then on the pulley pennel, another whiting. Like I say, he was definitely 30 odd centimetre. Oh, not the camera. Definitely in the 30s. He weren't a little tiny one, that's for sure. So I've rebaited up, put a whole new squid back on the pulley pennel, lobbed that out. We got a fresh squid on the 2-hook flapper. We have thrown that out. See what else we can get out today. Well, just coming up to it. It's 2 minutes past 11. So that's 3 hours we've been fishing now. What is it with me and snags recently? Left hand side rod, I just got snagged. Casting in the same area I've been casting for the last 3 hours. I've done absolutely nothing different. Reeling it in to check the bait. Literally about 10 yards out, 15 yards out, I could see the line just coming out of the water there. Caught on something. I walked up the beach a little bit and it just went. Oh my God. Like I say, lucky though, yesterday I loaded up loads of, I got 3 or 4 spools for these reels and I loaded them all up with shock leader. But I just don't know what it is. Like I say, last time I went fishing I lost 4 sets. That's another set today. That's 5 sets so far I've lost in the last 2 times I've been fishing. And I don't normally get snagged up here. Corton's normally alright. Like I say, we fish here. If you watch my videos, you know we come here, we fish here all the time. I don't normally do too bad. So I don't know what is going on. Oh, the only thing I'm catching at the moment is the bloody seabed. Well, the G was just reeling in and he got caught with a big snag, big snag. He managed to pull it free, and as he's pulled it free, he's just pulled my weight out that I'd lost, all tangled up with someone else's line all down there. But on mine, there's a whiting and there's a pouting. Look, that's what I need for my species hunt. But can I count it? Because I didn't actually reel it out. I got snagged and lost it. And it's only because G got caught on my weight with his that he pulled it in. Well, to get him off anyway, can I count that as for my species hunt? Not really. I think I've got to reel it in really, and I not lose it and let someone else reel it in. Oh, let's get these off. Come on. Right, another tiny little dogfish has come out. Look. Right, I think the hook's only just there. We'll get him off. Right, I'm going to come back in a minute as well as to what's just gone on with all this. I've got all my shock leader back, all my weight. Oh, right, let's get him off. Because seaweed coming out as well now. Right, let's get him off when I come back for an update of what is going on. Right, he's gone back in. Right, so I've got back all my shock leader. It was literally right up to the knot where the knot tied onto my main line. And I got the trace back. Still a bit of bait on there. And I got my weight back. All this has come back to me. We've got some line going on down the beach here, which isn't mine. And we've got a big clump of line there, which isn't mine. That was all caught round the weight. So where it's all got caught, blah blah blah, that's how I've lost it. Luckily G managed to bring it in, but as he brought it in, on one of my hooks was a whiting and on the other hook was a pouting. And he's like, mate, you need a pouting for your species hunt. But I don't feel like I can class it because I didn't actually bring it in. G's like, yeah, but you reeled it into like there, you only lost it 10 foot out and he brought in the last bit. And I'm like, no, if I'm going to take pouting off my species hunt, it's going to be me reeling the pouting in, completely in. But the thing is, if that pouting got on there, chances are there's a few pouting about. So hopefully we can get another pouting out and actually catch it properly, as opposed to catching it, losing it, and then someone else bringing it in. Right, anyway, I've got my weight back, I've got all my shock leader back, I've got my trace back. That's all good, happy days. So, yeah, just happy I got all that back. Oh, right, well I've sorted all that out. The weight's gone back in my box. The shock leader, I've round that reel for now, because the whole bit of shock leader's there. So I've just rounded round that spool for now. So I will at some point put that shock leader back on that spool. All that line, I've got a rubbish bag down here now, look, that is just full of all that line and everything that got pulled out with it. I've just cast the 2-hook flapper out. I've got the pulley pennel here set up ready to go out. I'm just waiting to see what's happening with that because the lines are really pulling to the right hand side now. So I might move that left rod over this side and then throw that one out, otherwise I'm going to be crossing the lines. Yeah, it's coming up to about 11:45, 10 to 12. So I ain't spoke to G yet, but I'm guessing we'll probably do another hour. I'm guessing we'll fish till about 1ish. Right, let me move that right hand rod over. Let's get this pulley pennel out. Let's see if we can get a pouting out and actually catch it properly. Well, I just spoke to G and we are going to fish until 12:30. It's now 12 o'clock, so we've got half hour left. So we'd have done what? We've had 4.5 hour session, ain't too bad. Like I say, we've had plenty of doggies out, we've had loads of little whiting out, a couple of big ones, and a couple of big whiting out. I was going to say I had a pouting out, but I didn't really have a pouting out. But like I say, they're still open, there's half hour left to go. And if that one did come out on that hook, then they're obviously out there. So you never know. I might be able to get another species to my species hunt before the day is over. Well, I'm just starting to pack down and the 2-hook flapper was knocking and knocking and knocking. And I was like, please be a pouting, please be a pouting. And what is it? A whiting. Right, we get him off, we're getting back in. Right, that is it, that is us done. We've just packed everything down. As usual, rubbish for the bin. Not been a bad day. Obviously we didn't get the big cod that everyone's been catching along here. We didn't get no big bass that people have been catching. But we had some nice sized dogfish out, I had some nice sized whiting out. I did have a pouting out, but I'm not going to count it. I'm going to catch my pouting properly. I'm going to reel my pouting in. So yeah, all in all, it ain't been a bad day. I've enjoyed it. G's just got his stuff packed down now. So now, I always say it, we've got to walk all the way up, all the way back up that alley now, back up to the car park. Right, massive thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.